Track 51. The perfect job. Are you fed up with getting paid peanuts? Do you feel that your boss is always picking on you? Is it starting to get you down? Uh-oh. We can feel it. You want to quit. Well, that's okay. But be sure you don't just walk out one day. Think about it carefully. Make sure you have all your ducks in a row before you go. Even if you think you may have another job lined up, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Nothing is official until you've signed on the dotted line, so make sure you have all the paperwork for the new job before you hand in your notice at the old one. Of course, we don't always have a choice about finding a new job. Maybe you've been let go, or your company has gone under. Either way, it's time to start looking for a new job and make a fresh start. The thought of finding a new job can be overwhelming, and you may be wondering where to start. There are plenty of options. Maybe the most important thing is to think about what you're good at. Can you capitalize on that? Maybe it's time to think about learning new skills. How is your English? Good language skills usually improve your chances for a better paying job. So, how can you do this? The good news is that reading this book is a great first step. Taking an ESL class is another great way to improve. English classes are usually lots of fun, and you'll meet new people from all over the globe. Why not sign up with a friend and make it a fun night out? Some classes are free, like those sponsored by churches and libraries. Others you may need to pay for. Community colleges and adult education centers are usually the most affordable. Some schools even offer very specialized English classes for different professions. But don't forget about the skills that you already have. You speak another language. Maybe you can teach that to someone else. Think of it. You could set up a language exchange with an American where part of the time you talk in English and the other part you speak in your language. This is a great way to meet friends. And don't forget that companies look for people who can speak another language. If you want to learn a trade, think about technical colleges and community colleges. There are schools that specialize in certain areas. For example, if you want to learn about working in the computer industry, there are schools that teach only computer technology. If you've always wanted to work in the dental field, you can go to a school that teaches only what you need to know about dentistry. Ha! We wonder if they teach a class about how to say open wide. Okay, so where can you find this new job? There is no magic answer for how to find the perfect job. Many people rely on word of mouth. A friend tells you that her company is looking for a new person, or you can look in the classifieds of your local paper. Many towns and community centers have career centers with lots of information about local companies that have jobs. And, of course, there is always the internet. Type in the name of the company you're interested in. Then click the Human Resources link and search the current openings. You can even fill out the application online. You might want to look online at headhunters and employment agencies, too. You can plug in the type of job you are looking for, and they will send you periodic updates and listings. Many places will ask for references. References are people who know you and your work and will tell a potential employer that you're a good worker. If you want to use someone as a reference, be sure to ask him before submitting his name. If you want people to say good things about you, it helps if they are expecting the question before the new employer calls. Okay, so you've found a job you think is your dream job. It's really important to look beyond the salary they will be paying you. It's important to be sure you're a good fit for the job. And it's important to think about the entire compensation package. What benefits does the company offer? The one most people check out first is a health plan. These plans can be very complex and confusing, so do your homework and make sure you understand what is included and what is excluded. You may get a choice of different plans, and the company will probably give you paperwork explaining each. If you have questions, the person with all the benefits information is the HR specialist. Other benefits may include dental insurance, life insurance, and short-term and long-term disability insurance. You can elect or decline some of these. If you elect to take them, you will probably have to pay some amount out of each paycheck for the extra coverage. Think carefully. If you choose not to take the insurance and something happens, you could be looking at a huge bill. Other things to think about when you get a job offer are vacation time and sick leave. How many days will you get? Does the company offer a pension plan? Some places will even offer tuition reimbursement. It's all pretty complicated, but it's really important stuff. It takes a lot of work to find the dream job.
Hey, Alan, look at you reading the newspaper. But how come you're reading the classifieds? Don't you usually prefer the comics?
Very funny. And anyway, I already finished reading the comics. Now I'm looking for a new job.
No kidding. Uh-oh. Is there a problem at work?
I guess you could say that. I've worked at that fast food joint for 2 years now doing the same old stuff, and it's time for a change. Besides, I've eaten way too many of their burgers, and I can't fit into any of my pants.
Well, I can understand wanting to make a change. And after all, you speak 2 languages fluently. There are plenty of companies that have great jobs for people who are bilingual. Not too many Americans speak 2 languages. With world economies so connected, companies need to have people who can communicate in another language as well as English.
That's exactly what I think. I know it's a big plus to be bilingual these days. And I think if I can find a job with a better salary, I'll be able to buy that new car I really want.
Yeah, and if you have that new car, maybe you'll finally be able to convince Margaret to go out with you.
Exactly. I've had a crush on her for ages.
Pronunciation pointer. I''LL is pronounced I'll. It's not pronounced ill, as in, I'm sick, I need to go to the doctor.